confident. Now, let me just say, Fred number 6 and number 7, I deliberately used singular form, not plural, like the others, because it's very rare to get a confidant. A confidant is a loyal friend, a lifelong friend, best friend forever, BFF. Let me say this. If you have one confidant, you have more than enough for your share. Proverbs 20 verse 6. Many will say they are loyal friends, but who can find one who is truly reliable? Confidants are people you confide in. You can tell them what is seemingly very shameful without censoring, without organizing your adjectives. You speak your mind as it is. You are totally vulnerable with them. If there were two confidants who were so loyal to each other, then this is David and Jonathan. Jonathan's father, King Saul, decided to kill David because David was the main threat to the throne of Jonathan. Jonathan knew the main contender to the throne is David, his friend. And the father told him, I have a plan. We can get rid of this boy. Then you have no one to compete with you on your way up. But Jonathan loved David more than the royal seat. And royalty comes along with money, fame, fortune, and influence. So when the father planned to kill David, guess what Jonathan did? He confided with David, and they both devised a strategy to help David escape from murder. Imagine saving the young man from the wrath of his father. The man who is returning to take the throne that belonged to Jonathan by inheritance. But Jonathan valued life more than money, power, fame, and influence. Regrettably, both Jonathan and his father, King Saul, died in war. Years later, David went looking for anybody, any remnant in the house of Jonathan. And he found a young boy who was crippled both legs by the name of Mephibosheth, who lived in the poorest village, the low of the low, a village by the name Lo-debar. He picked this boy, brought him to the royal palace to eat with the king. He adopted him as his own child, despite his disability, both feet crippled. And he told him, because of the love I had for your father Jonathan, even though he cannot see this act of kindness, because of the relationship, the friendship I had with your father Jonathan, now you're my son. You will eat what my children eat. You will sleep in the royal palace with your own self-contained room. Let me ask you, if you died today, who would adopt your children besides your sister and your brother? Pay their fees. Mentor them. Take care of them as though you are there. And they wouldn't even notice the difference that mom or dad have left. Even more importantly, let me ask you a question. Whose children would you adopt besides your nephews and nieces if they passed away? Whose children would you adopt as your own? This is your confidant. Number 7,